You finished? Now, practice with each other. Who's going to talk? Who's going to give his speech? He went like this. Who's going to give his speech? What we want you to do is take this paper. No. I think blah, 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 because blah, 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 like that. Okay? Okay? Can I stop you, please? Can I stop you? Okay. I'd like to share with you an anecdote that happened to me a few years ago, including Mr. Abdullah Badri, if I'm not wrong. And you never heard the story. I was in Riyadh, I think, for a conference. I was sitting there, enjoying what the speaker was saying, and I think it was Mr. Badri came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, after he finishes, you're going up to speak. I go, what? Nobody told me. So I go, oh my God, you know? I dug into my pockets, I found a piece of paper, and I made an organizer. Not persuasive, not opinion, but informative. And I took notes. The whole thing was like one middle box, 4 circles around it, and for each circle 1 or 2 things. And I went up there, full of confidence. I put that thing, and I spoke for 20 minutes. The guy who was speaking before me said, that was very good. When did they tell you to prepare this? I said, before you finished.
20 minutes ago.
It was not even 20, it was like 10, 15 minutes ago. The human brain, if it has too much information, will not speak well. Part of what we need to do with our children, not just in language, but in every subject, is the ability to organize the details or information in the thinking process. Now, we don't have too much time, so we want to make a sample right now. You take the organizer of your opinion, and you stand up, and you talk to the whole room. Now, I don't expect everybody to be positive, because you are not telling me really what you think. I'm asking you to write persuasive essays so we can put them in the books later on. And part of the plan, God willing again, is that why don't the supervisors and the teachers become the content writers for the books? But now, yeah, but I'm not talking about overnight or tomorrow or next week. But don't you think in the kingdom there are people who can do this now? Yes, I know, I met them. Yeah. Okay, now, then later the publisher will take the materials, integrate them into the book, edit them, fix them, proofread them. That's something else. But it comes from the ground up.
They used to do it. They used to do it.
But not in this system. They simply told you, write something. Write the passage so I can put it. No, we want it to be systematic, designed, rather than write a story. And I'll show you in a minute, okay? So, anybody? Would you like to start?
Yes.
Sir. We now have a gentleman here who's going to give his opinion about what happened so far. Use your notes. These are called your notes now.
Morning. I think the first session was an enlightenment for 2 reasons. First one is informative. Because he were applying a new methodology. Also, we are doing activities too much for every point we go through. The second reason is for being an enlightenment session, it's motivational for 2 things. The trainer has a sense of humor. Thank you. The second fact is full of discussion. Thank you.
Can it become a performance task or not?
Yeah.
That's what we mean. So for example, let's say we have a challenge in front of His Excellency from the students. I'm talking long term, not tomorrow morning, okay? And we put certain opinions and pictures on a projector or on slide. And we say, unprepared, you have 2 minutes to study this and turn around and give an opinion talk that is 1 minute long, 5 minutes long, depending on the ability. Is that a performance task or not? So here, your information came from the actual session, right? But we can make the information come from a text, from a picture, from something you hear, you know? That's what I meant by performance task. You keep learning until you can do it. Could we have done it without details or words? Okay, so they're still part of the block. Now let's try an easier one. Are you ready? This is an easier one. We would like you to write a story from here, but as a table. So what you need to do is, as a table, agree on characters, on the who, agree on the where, when, agree on 2 to 3 actions or events, put them in the organizer first. Then one person from the table will make the story, okay? Is it clear? Are we clear? Yeah. It's in the, no. You need to put details on the organizer first, and then use it to tell a story, don't write it. It's oral. Yeah. We can make writing later if you want, but no, it's oral. Only organizer. Only organizer. Don't write the story. Don't write the sentences. Just put the details. Now, we can also... You need to say now you write Muhammad, you need not just say Muhammad, but say something about yeah, but you need to put one more detail about it. For example, Muhammad the teacher. Not just Muhammad, because Muhammad can be anybody. But if you want a little mysteriousness, so that we can find out later who Muhammad is, then you don't put it at the beginning. Then it becomes creative here. So just put some details in there, no sentences. No, sir. Your own story. No, your own characters, your own setting. You are, yeah, because look what this happens. If you put this and this, you are doing reading comprehension. But if you take information from your mind or from a picture, and you put it here to tell a story, it's your own story. So now it's your own story. It must be your own characters, your own setting, your own okay? You got it? So you're not writing a summary or retelling. Yes. Oh, it's not. Your own way. Your own way. Don't write it. Fill in with details first. The number of sentences will be details. Don't put numbers. Excellent. Okay, good. Put the details in. Form the character. Nasser already. I'm going to make you guys. Don't write the story. Just put the details in the organizer. We're going to do it like the persuasive. You're going to use the organizer to tell the story. What happened? I don't know what to do. Yeah, what is it? It's the same organizer. Oh, you're making a new one? Yeah. So, make the store. The organizer, tell the story. You are in control of the competition, right? Or you can read the story after. Okay, so you're not, if you just copy this, it's really He didn't say hello to me.
He didn't say hello.
You know how I like to I was expecting it to be rough. Yeah. Okay, thank you so
خلي على جنب. خلي عندي لا عندي لا عندي لا عندي لا.
Okay, prepare to talk.
خالد خالد بس على المكان لا لدي خلي واحد يتكلم وجهه كلمه تعال
This is for marathon.
لا لا اللي لأن أنتوا صورتوا
But it's possible to take the characters here and give them a different setting. You can put them in Saudi Arabia, right? Yeah. Yeah. It can become Fatima from Saudi Arabia. A new student from Saudi Arabia. Okay. Gentlemen, hello. I'm glad everybody's excited. Okay, stop. Stop, please. Stop. 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 Thank you. I really appreciate your enthusiasm and excitement. Thank you very, very much. But as we move, start to reflect what the performance task could be in grade 4 to grade 12 now. We have an interesting story there. Sir? Okay. How will he tell the story? The organizer is the notes. The organizer is the notes, right? Okay.
While we were sitting together during the first session, Mr. Badri came to ask for Mr. Abdullah Zahrani, for Mr. Nasr Zahrani. And we started looking at each other, not knowing any Zahrani. Everyone said, no, I'm not Nasr Zahrani. Then he left. And this story happened in a Dariya hall. After Mr. Zahrani came, we asked him, where have you been? He said, I'm not a Zahrani. He said, they were coming, they asked you about you, and they said you are part of this group. He said, no, I'm not a Zahrani, I'm al-Ghamdi. Then one of his cousins said, we are cousins, and Zahrani and al-Ghamdi are kins.
Characters? Zahrani, Mr. Badri, and us. Okay. Setting? Okay?
First
Events.
session.
Events are always the actions, you know?
Sitting,
Yeah.
asking.
He told a 3-minute story using just notes from there. Now, our books should have more narratives because human beings are not informative, they narrate. So we learn English or we learn a language through narratives first, and then we move to persuasive essays like that's informative, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now you can see how we can create a performance task for even children. Look at the picture. Just look at the picture we're going to give you. You don't know. So in the competition or the challenge, the student doesn't know which picture you're going to give him or her, right? But we choose the picture according to the base of words that they've got. So what do they need to do? Look at the picture, put them into an organizer, and say, Tom and Anna are having a nice day out in the park. Anna trips. Tom calls his mother to help Anna. Anna stopped crying. Story finished. Are all those words in the book or not? But we never help the children learn to put them together in a mental organizer. We have another interesting story, I think the one with Tom and Anna. You want to try? Anybody else wants to try their story? Yes, sir?
Ali and Ahmed.
Just a minute. Let me point the camera at you.
Yeah. Would you like me to stand up or?
If possible.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
So, are you reading the sentences or are you reading your note details?
No, it's actually short, so.
Yeah, but what do you have? Are you reading it?
We have the details.
Only details.
Yeah.
Because if you're reading it, it gets boring.
Mm.
But if you